Hello. The art chat videos are back. We're back. We are so back. Said anyone ever who's had like the tiniest bit of a podcast type of series going on their YouTube channel and then disappears for many months and then comes back to a whopping 175 views and 2 comments. I see you though. If you're commenting, I see you. We see, what is it? I see you, we see each other. Something. I don't know. I need to get a soundboard. I want to press the buttons. Boom! 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 I need that really bad. So if anybody wants to buy me a soundboard, please do it. Somebody. I need... anybody. Today, I don't have any type of a plan. That's a lie. I have a tiny bit of a plan, like 3% of a plan, and that is going to be to journal, ? I just feel like because it's been so long, I need to do like an update, because I've been posting videos. I just haven't done an art and chat video in like a year almost. So I think it only makes sense to come back and be like, give an update. I don't know. And I think I'm just going to journal while doing it. And I might show you my journal depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing it on my iPad, I will show you. If I'm doing it on paper, I'm not about to set up another camera angle here so you can see. I'll just pick it up and be like, here you go. Here it is. Look at it. I've been posting though YouTube videos, and a lot of them have been journaling. I told myself I wasn't gonna do another journaling video right back to back, because I've done like 3 back to back at this point, and I said, okay, let's take a break and do something else. And I say, let's do art and chat. What am I doing in this art and chat? Journaling. Anyway, what can you do? We've got lots to talk about, lots to discuss, and I've planned none of it. So whatever happens, happens. You know how it goes. If you're new here, I just click record and we go. I try not to edit the video because 1, I don't need to do that. It takes too much time. 2, we like the candid vibe. I'm so real. I'm so authentic. I'm so personable. Right? Agree. Everybody said, yeah, you are. Yeah. Let's go. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my journals at the moment, even though I just did a flip through. And then on TikTok, that's one thing we'll have to talk about. I'll get into that. On TikTok, I posted a journal ecosystem tour really quickly, but I want to show you. I also am still going to make a proper journal ecosystem tour when I finish this video, because I was like, I'll take a break and then I'll do something journaling, and then here we are. Anyway, this is my basket of books. This is my... Ooh, it's from Daiso, so it's not really good. It's like falling apart. It's my basket of goodies. I just keep this on the shelf that's next to my bed because I want my books right next to me in case I need them, but I also want to move them. And look at this. I'm like Little Red Riding Hood, but blue. Everything's blue. Everything is blue. This would be so much better if I had a soundboard, because then I could fill the awkward silence with a boom or like some type of stand Twitter thing. So since the last journal update, nothing much has changed, but things have changed drastically. This book, I don't think is the same at all. Did I talk about this one? I feel like I talked about this on YouTube already. What video did I just post? I gotta look this up because I know I just talked about this. I think I just put it in the vlog. I'm vlogging the week, and I think I just made a segment where I showed my journals. Maybe I don't need to make an ecosystem tour, like its own video, because this is the second time now that I've talked about it. Well, I guess third if you're counting TikTok. So, oh well. Anyway, this book. In the last proper journal update video, I showed you this book, and I said that this one had a sketchbook in it. You can now see that is not the case. I have put the rings back into this cover. This cover was originally a ring binder, like it is now, and I took the rings out because I wanted to use it as a regular cover, and I changed my mind again. So I put the rings back in here, and I have a little sketchbook. This is, I think, the biggest brain moment I've ever had in my life. This sketchbook is a traveler's notebook book size. Like, I didn't cut it or anything. What I did do was glue a piece of cardboard to the back of it so that I could then put it in my ring binder without it flopping around, and now it's just in there, and it's still its own separate book, but it's in the book, you know? So I'm really winning at life at the moment. It's a big achievement for me, and I can't believe I did that. This book is for Asteroids graphic novel, which I talked about on Patreon. So if you're not on Patreon, go join it. It's free, or you can pay $5 and get some digital downloads, like journal pages and some stuff for your journals, and like monthly calendars and anything else that's digital that I put up there. But in here I have, this is from March. We're in April. I gotta update this. I have a to-do list, a pocket with some stickers, another pocket with more stickers, and then these pages are all for the graphic novel, planning it and sketching it. I have loose paper in the back, and this is where anything asteroid graphic novel related is going to go. The only thing that's annoying about it is the stars that I stitched on the front of it keep getting caught with this band that I put, but that was my fault because I put this way too close to the edge, so every time I try to pull it over it gets hooked. I also have this other elastic that goes this way, which was what I originally put on it, but I wanted to put this one on here because I like this way more, but to each their own. I have in the basket of books a Moleskine. This one has 2 different pages. One side is lined. Can you even see that? One side's lined, one is blank. And this one is strictly for writing the book, like storylines, plot points, character arcs, all like word stuff. Maybe some small diagrams, but no sketching, no art. None of that. And that just goes along with this one. Pretty straightforward. They go together. My camera's gonna die. I can't do anything. This was my pride and joy. This is my like, yeah, exactly. You see this? Yeah. Look at that. Look at this one. This is my everything. This is my main journal. This is the one that comes with me everywhere that I go. It doesn't matter where. It's coming with me. No questions asked. No excuses. There's nothing in the world that would make me leave this at home or out of my eyesight. This is attached to me. These ones, oftentimes they stay home unless I'm going somewhere and I know that I'm going to be sitting down and want to work on that stuff. This one comes with me everywhere. this is my main one. So in here, I do whatever I want. I don't have like a strict, guideline of what I do. I have this fountain pen on the side and it has some brown ink in it. It's got this little swirly dyed cover. I made this one. I also made the other one. I don't know if I said that. I'm making covers, and that's another thing we'll get into. But I made this one. This one is also a ring binder. I'm really into the rings right now. It's been going for, this is month 4. So I think I found the system for me. I haven't switched to a different book since doing the rings, and it's working really well. I've never been in a book for that long, so we're doing good. In the front of this one, I've got a field notes book, and again, these also have the cardboard little life hack on here. This one is a commonplace. This one was supposed to be the commonplace when I first did it. The first one that I ever put the cardboard on was this field notes, because I wanted a small book to go along with this, because I realized I still needed a place to write by hand. I've been printing my pages out using Procreate, and then I put them in here, and I'll show you those in a second. But I still need a place to write and like open the book really quickly and scribble an idea. So originally I was using this one, but I don't like the size of field notes that much. They're a little too small for me. I need something a little bit bigger. So I quickly chucked this out of the way, and then I cut down a Midori book. This is just like a thin one, and this is my commonplace. I don't use a commonplace really in the way that you're supposed to. I still call it a commonplace book. Who cares? No one's gonna come and shoot me for not using the commonplace book properly. Like, what? Who cares? In here, I just write whatever I want. Some pages look nicer than others, like this one. Other pages are just chicken scratch and filled with crazy manic thoughts. I have an entire page in here about how cool it is that our handwriting is all unique to us, and like, because I was going crazy and I was like, oh my god, I hate my handwriting sucks, I want it to look cooler, I want it to look like a vampire's writing this. And then I was like, why do I care? It's cool that our brains like automatically have a way to write for each of us, and it just happens. You can train your handwriting, you can change it and whatever, but there's a handwriting that just naturally comes to us. Why are we trying to change it? That's just so cool that our brain, between the brain and the hand, it has its own way. And you don't have to think about it. It just happens. You think about the words that you're putting, but then it just goes. That's so cool. Like, what? So ever since then, I don't care about my handwriting. And I've embraced this handwriting, even though I don't love it visually. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. I can do whatever I want, and it can be whatever it needs to be. It is me. The hand, that's how I write, and that's just that. I know my handwriting isn't ugly. I'm not handwriting, I don't have handwriting blindness. I know that it's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. So I don't care. But anyway, I did put this field notes back in the front of it today because I was like struggling to find a place where I could just write video ideas and like content, because I'm reviving the social media on all the platforms because I'm restarting the business. So with that comes social media. YouTube is fine. I love YouTube. I've always loved it, and I talk about that all the time. I love YouTube. No problems, no gripes, not one. I love it. TikTok, I despise. It's really good for marketing though, so I have to use it. And it would just be not smart to ignore it just because I have a personal vendetta against it. That's not smart business wise. And I can go, okay, let's put myself to the side for a minute. You gotta do this. So I'm now trying to post one video a day. However, gosh, all these things that I'm talking about intersect with one another. We'll get to how I'm doing that in a minute, but I've been trying to do it in a healthy way that doesn't consume me and make me check the views every 15 minutes, check the comments. And I think I've really detached myself from equating my success or my quality or personality to likes and views. I never thought that I had a problem with it, but I did. But I think I've done a lot better at not. I don't care. I'm gonna post this stuff regardless, and 100 views is fine. I don't care. That's good. A lot of my videos have less than 100 views. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Stop making content because you're not getting views? I think if you're making content, you should be making it because you enjoy it. Everybody makes content now, but that's because everybody wants to be famous and everyone wants attention, and I am no better than everyone else. I want the same, but I would still be making these videos for myself anyway. I would. I like to look back and document things. That's the whole reason I journal, and I started photography when I was young and videography. The other night I was going through all of my old YouTube videos on a different channel that I had, and I have videos from 10 years ago on there, or 9 years ago. Next year will be my 10 years making YouTube videos, and it's horrible. Most of the videos I had to close because I was like, I cannot watch this. Who was that? And I'm going to do that with these videos in 10 years probably. And it's just cool to document and see how you evolve and the things that you like or the things you were so adamant on being a part of you that you realize are not and have nothing to do with you and are not in the slightest who you are. So I would be making videos regardless, working on not putting my self-worth or artistic worth equated to views and likes and interactions. And I'm doing fine. But this is for TikTok ideas, YouTube ideas, website ideas, like media stuff, product photo ideas and stuff. So I just put that in the front today. That was like the latest addition to it. I've got a mystery drink here. It's just lemonade and tequila. That's it. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for that. Moving forward, this Wicked flyer is going to be in here until the day I die, probably. This is a painting that I can't show you up close because it's got some goriness to it. This is a paper from my friend Georgia at Georgia Journals. She's probably in here, so hello again. Every time I flip through this book, I'm going to talk about it because this also is staying in here forever. I'm never taking this out. This is so cool. It's just a bunch of quotes from the movie, and she sent that to me. I have another old to-do list. I tried to print them out, and it just wasn't working in that way. I've got her daily routine page because I often don't know what I'm doing every day, and this is like a guideline if I get lost. My 2025 focuses, which are the Asteroid graphic novel, my journal company, and YouTube videos. I've got a sticker pouch. I've got a card from a Nightmare Before Christmas blind bag that my brother got me. This one's Oogie Boogie. I've got some budgeting, finance info, Asteroid character turnaround sketches. This is a big to-do list of stuff for the graphic novel. This is a leather process, start to finish, the order in which that I make the journals so that I don't forget. So that's what that is. And then I have a bunch of journal pages that are not to be shown. Not all of them. I'm going to find one that I'm fine with showing. This one. Wait, that one doesn't look that good. Which one looks cool, though? This one looks cool. Here's what I do. I do all my stuff on Procreate. I add all my photos, add text. I've been on the hunt for a font that is legible to me, but not legible to the passing eye. Like, if you stared at it and read it, you could read it, but just like glancing over, you can't read it. I don't like the idea of me typing on my iPad at a cafe or something and then someone being able to see what I'm writing. Not that I'm writing anything crazy, but I just, who wants someone watching them write like journal entries? Other stuff I don't care about. Like if I'm researching topics or writing reviews of things, I don't care. But journaling, I don't want anyone seeing me do that. So that is, I'm on the hunt for a font that works. After that, I have loose paper in the back to either write on with a pen or just I have it in there so when I'm ready to print, I always have loose paper. If I'm at a Staples or somewhere that has a printer, I have a printer at my house, so I usually print them at home. But in the event that I'm somewhere else and I want to print a page, I always have paper to print it. And then this pen just tucks right into the little elastic. Not too well because this clip is like military grade, so I gotta like jam it in there and then it goes. But that's that. Also in the basket, iPad. This is my child. That's just that. I could do everything I need on this. I could make my content, I could edit on here, I can write on here, I can draw on here. I'm going to be buried with my iPad and this journal. Nothing more to say. I have this pouch, which I use to carry random bits and bobs. I have some pens in here. I've got some clips. I've got like life necessities like headphones and stuff, and this just is like things that I use all the time that I just want to have on me at all times. So I'll put this in the basket or I'll put it in my backpack when I go out, and then everything's just there. I don't have to repack. I do like to switch my bags a lot, and some days I'll use a backpack, other days I'll use like a messenger bag, other days I'll use like a small side bag, and this just can just get thrown into anything. In here I have this, which we'll get to in a second. I've got 1 clip, 2 clip, 3 clips, 4 clips, 5 clips, and then a pack of tiny little star paper clips. Why does someone need that many? I don't. Not necessary, but you never know when you're gonna need it. So I just carry that. Headphones. These are just a bunch of pens at the bottom, glue stick, another pen, and headphone adapter. And that's it. This has, I'm not going to take everything out because I know it's all organized. I have a couple of pens in there, a hole punch, USB-C cord, some little photos to paste in a journal, a paper corner, a rounder, Aquaphor, SD card to iPhone thing, a pocket knife, a glove for my hand for my iPad so that when I'm drawing or writing it doesn't mess up the screen. And I think that was it. But all this stuff just gets thrown in here, and I often throw my phone in there or my wallet or whatever I need for that outing that I'm going on will go in there. What else is in here? In here I've got a book. The current book that I'm reading is Psycho by Robert Bloch. This is just the Psycho book that inspired the Alfred Hitchcock movie. This is a pen pouch that has my favorite pens in it, and sometimes I will attach it to this book cover. I don't do it often, but sometimes I do, and it just goes on like that. I've got, ooh, hello. I've got a grip for my Apple Pencil, a Muji pen, and then another Zebra Sarasa pen just in there. You never know. I change my pen almost every time that I write. I don't have like a go-to pen. I try to, but I'm just not that person. I need to have options of writing utensils. So that's that. That's all the journal stuff. I'm going to pack it up really quickly, and we're going to start talking about some things. I'm not really doing much art today, but who cares? Again, no one's going to come in with a gun and shoot me for not sticking to my own videos. They're mine. I can do whatever I want. I have to tell myself that, because otherwise I forget. I can do whatever I want. What do I start with? Let's start with this. You know what this is? A flip phone. This is my flip phone. I use this every day. I have chucked my iPhone in the, what is it called? Dresser in my closet. I don't touch it. I haven't touched it. I've touched it, but I don't use it. I haven't used it for like, I think like almost a week, 6 days. And if you saw me post on TikTok, you're probably like, yes, you did. And you posted on TikTok. I'll get to that. But I don't use it during the day or at night. I don't use it unless I need to. I have been really trying to not be on my phone. I've realized I've been so sucked in. We all are. And I don't want that. I don't want to be addicted to my phone and scrolling every time I have seconds of free time, or waiting for food to cook, or waiting for something in line. Like, I don't want to go to my phone. I don't like that. And I have been very intentional with my time lately and making sure that I'm not scrolling aimlessly for no reason. So I got this flip phone like 2 months ago now. I got it back in February. It's just a $30 flip phone from Target. It just so happens to be black and blue. I lucked out, and I use it as my main phone. I don't want my iPhone ever again. I really don't. This is it. It's got everything I need. A phone, text. I got my music. There's games on here. I never play them. I only use this to communicate. Oh gosh, it's slipping. And if I need iMessage, this has a different phone number than my phone number. So I do still have my iPad. And if someone needs to get a hold of me, I still get the texts. But I don't respond unless I'm ready to, or if it's an emergency. I have been loving it. I've done so much in this last week. I got this 2 months ago, but I didn't really start using it until last week, when I was like, I'm done. I cannot do this anymore. I watched a video, I don't know whose video it was, some guy on YouTube, and it was, he put his phone away for good and didn't get a flip phone, just had no phone for I think like a month. And I was like, oh, it just seems so fun to like have to figure out different ways of doing things. And I've been realizing how much convenience stunts our growth in our minds. I sound so obnoxious, and I don't mean it like that, but it's just, I like thinking and working things out and finding different ways to do things. And being on the phone just allows you to not have to think for yourself. You don't have to think about directions because you got the maps. You don't have to think about what song you're going to play because Spotify will just play it for you. You don't have to think about what you're going to do in line because you scroll on TikTok. I want to think about things to do. And I've already been good at reaching for my journal, but this just makes it that much better because I was going through a phase for like a month or so where I wasn't reaching for my journal every day, and I didn't like that. I like to be reaching for my book more than my phone. Now I do. But I realized I wasn't doing that, and I need my journal to like be clear in my mind. It helps me think better, work better, exist without being stressed all the time, because you're not pushing away things that you have to do or things that are challenging. You have to think about them. And now I reach for my journal every time I have to think about something instead of my phone and trying to ignore it. And it's been great, and I highly, highly, highly recommend. Maybe don't get a flip phone. That might be a little overkill. It is really fun though. Every time you text someone back, it's like a game. It's like a little, like you're hacking something, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I do. And I would recommend it if you want to take on the challenge. But I also recommend just putting the phone down. Do you really need to be on the phone all the time? Like, damn. You can't even sit outside for 5 minutes in silence. And that's a problem. Go sit outside for 5 minutes right now. Turn off the video. I don't care if you watch it. I don't need the view. You need the sanity. Go outside for 5 minutes. Don't bring anything. Maybe bring a book or a journal. Don't bring the phone. Don't bring music. Don't bring a video to watch. Just go sit out there. Look around. If it's nighttime, and you can go outside and it's safe, do it. If it's nighttime and you can't, just turn the phone off for 5 minutes in your room or wherever you are. And just think. Just sit for 5 minutes in silence. Please. Like, for your own benefit, genuinely do it. It's been so refreshing. I can't even put it into words. I have been reading so much. I have been watching so many movies, and not just watching it to like have it on in the background, but watching movies to like watch them and analyze them and critique them. And that's what movies are for. That's what media is for. It's not to mindlessly consume them. Same with YouTube videos. I've been very intentional with what I'm watching, not just putting it on for background noise, though I still do that. But I'm more selective with what I'm watching, and I'm like, okay, am I mindlessly scrolling to ignore other things, or is this actually beneficial? Am I going to learn something from this? Is this something I want to know? And I feel like I'm just watching so much more media that is educational or informative, and it's fun, it's enjoyable. And you could argue that the content I make is not necessarily mindful content. Okay, I don't have a rebuttal. Maybe that's true, and it is what it is. But I can justify it for myself because this is a part of a career in the way that I want to go, and I enjoy talking to the camera. I enjoy filming and editing and coming up with video ideas and color grading. That's why all my videos are like super blue and dark. I just like the vibe. I like adding the color to the video. I think it's fun. And I do try to make things informative or give tips or advice when I can. I don't know that I'm someone to follow advice from, but I try to when I think I have something to say. And yeah, the phones are away. The iPhones are away. They're in my dresser, and I have created a. This can sound crazy. I've created a log to check in and check out the phone when I want to use it. And that's very overkill, for sure. But if I want to check Instagram, I think before I do it, and I'm like, what am I checking it for? And then I go, nothing, because I didn't post anything. Even if I did, do I care who liked the post or commented? A little bit. So then I go, okay, when I have another reason to check the phone, then I'll check Instagram. But I'm not going to go check out the phone. I have a paper that I put the time that I took it out of the box and then the time that it goes back in the box and what I did with the phone, so that I'm not just grabbing it. Because I started to grab it like 2 days ago. Just like go to the closet and grab it and like check it, and then I was there for 20-30 minutes and I was like, damn it, I'm doing what I don't want to do. So now there's an extra barrier to check out the phone, and it also kind of itches the part of my brain of like being in the library when you stamp in and stamp out the book. And I don't know, I like paper and pens and writing, so it's fun, although it's not fun because I don't want to see the log fill up. I don't want to see that how many times I've checked the phone. I don't want that. But it just adds another barrier of being on the phone, and it's been good. So when I want to film a TikTok, I first write down ideas, and then I go, okay, when do I want to film? And when I'm ready to film, I will film it, edit it, upload it, put the phone away. No scrolling. I mean, I oftentimes am scrolling for a few minutes, but I try to scroll and be like, wait, no, put it away. Or I let myself scroll while the video is uploading, and once it's uploaded, then I'm done. Little things like that. And that's how I'm going to try to make content, so that I'm not sucked back into the void and wasting my time. If I want to film, also, I'm filming on my camera and then putting it to TikTok, although I don't think that works good on TikTok. I think TikTok likes when you use the phone camera, so I might not do that. But just adding little barriers like that helps you be more mindful of when you're using it, why you're using it. The phone is a tool, and it shouldn't be consuming us the way that it is, and I am sick of being consumed by stuff I don't even care about. I watch a story time of somebody whose partner cheated on them. I don't care. That sucks for you. I don't care. I don't need to know that. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. It doesn't matter to me. What does that benefit me? Nothing. So I'm being very careful with what I'm doing and the time that I'm spending. And it feels so good. I really encourage you to try it. And I know you've probably been wanting to, so consider this the sign, the push to try it. Yeah. I feel like my neck needs to crack, but it's not going to. I've been writing a lot. I've been drawing a lot. I've been reading, watching movies. I've gone outside. I cleaned up my bikes earlier so that I can go ride the bikes when I don't know what to do. Instead of going, I don't know what to do right now. I'll go on TikTok. I don't know what to do. Let me watch a YouTube video. How about, I don't know what to do. Let me go plant something in the garden. I don't know what to do. Let me go ride my bike. I don't know what to do. Let me come up with a new character. Things that are beneficial to us. There's nothing beneficial on TikTok. There's nothing. Brain rot, skippity riz, Ohio toilet is not helping you. Like, be for real. And now I like to have fun. I'm not a Debbie Downer or anything. I do love funny videos and, I don't know, being online. But time and place, and a time and place does not need to be everywhere at all times. So I let myself, at the end of the day, go on TikTok for 20 minutes. I try not to, but if I really am like, if I feel like I did a lot that day and I feel good about the day, then I'll be like, you know what, it's okay. I can sit here and do nothing. But I often find that now I don't even want to do that. I would rather read the book, write more of a story, sketch something, watch a movie with a critical eye. So it's been great, and I highly suggest that you do it. Yeah. Other than that, I have been working on the journal company, which I'm planning to open up the physical store by the end of this month or beginning of next month. I don't know why my throat is always so phlegmy. Well, actually, the doctor told me it's because I have post-nasal drip. I don't know what that means. If that's gross, sorry, I don't know what it is. But it's worse if I eat dairy, but I didn't have dairy today. I don't think I did. But yeah, I'm trying to open it end of this month, beginning of next month in San Diego, California. So if you're, what's the that video? I'm going to Disneyland for my birthday. If you want to come on down, come on down. If you want to come on down, come on down. And you can get a custom journal, start to finish. I am going to have stock items that I sell like on the website or in person or at markets that you can just buy ready to go. But there's also the custom option where you can get it fully customized, or you can come in and put charms or emboss your journal, stuff like that. And then there's the fully custom where you can, whatever pockets you want, whatever color you want, whatever style, whatever system you can do, because no one does it. Also, I want it to be as cheap as possible because y'all are getting scammed. If you've been on TikTok, you know Louise Carmen books are big right now. Don't even get me started. I don't like the brand. I do not like it, and I will say that with my full chest. Have I ever owned one of the products? No. Do I need to? Absolutely not. Because you know what? First of all, I can make my own. Second of all, you can too. It's not that hard. I promise you, you can do it. And also, who has $200 minimum $200 minimum for a journal cover? Not me. Don't buy that book. Don't. I don't know why it makes you so mad. I think it makes you mad because I am a little envious of the company because people like it and people are buying it. But I have to remember, I haven't even launched my company yet. And I also don't even want to be compared to that. I don't want that energy of a $200 book. That's like the base model. Might I have a book that costs the higher end of $100? Yeah. If you're getting it completely customized, depends on how custom you want it. I'm still making it. That is different. But for a base model strip of leather, guys, the covers that she makes are literally just strips of leather with eyelets and elastic. It is not, the product itself is not worth $200. Is the product good? Maybe. It probably is decent and a good product. I don't think the product is bad. The price is outrageous. The price, charging that much, is greedy. and gross and grimy. And I just don't like the idea of journaling or sketching and having a book be a luxury thing. Writing and journaling and documenting has been a historical thing from the beginning of human civilization. Do not make it a luxury thing. It's nice to have good things, yes. It's not worth it though. Obviously, do what you want with your money. You're gonna do it anyway. But you don't need it. And I don't like this idea of having something luxury for something that isn't supposed to be. And I know that people who don't journal, who don't journal regularly, will probably see that and be like, oh, this is going to make me a better journaler. No, it's not. You got to know how to journal first before you spend that much. And if you want to buy it, sure, whatever. There are plenty other businesses, mine included, that you can get better quality products for a fraction of the cost. I looked up the leather that she uses and the supplies that she uses. The leather that she uses isn't even the best leather you can buy. I buy the best quality leather that you can get, the top of the line. It's called full grain veg tan leather. There is no leather that is better than that. I can tell you right now, charging $200 for it is ridiculous. It's greedy. It's greedy and slimy, and I don't like it. I buy sheets of leather for $100. A big sheet of that full grain veg tan leather. Each book, I can make about 10-ish books with that $100 sheet, which means each piece of leather is worth about $10. I'm not going to charge $200 for the base model. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I hate it. And I don't care if I burn a bridge with Louise Carmen. First of all, they're never going to notice me. Second of all, even if they did, I would say, I'm okay. I'll pass. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you. No. I don't want it. I also, personally, I'm sorry if you have one and if you think they're cool. I think that they're ugly. I don't think that they're ugly. I just think they're impractical. They have a tri-fold system where it folds over like this, but this back flap comes around it and wraps. I hope that you understand that when you lay it out, that flap that goes over the front cover is going to stay up like this. It's not going to go flat. It's going to be like this. When you're writing, it's going to get in the way. It's going to be annoying, and you're going to want to use the journal less. And I've heard a lot of people say that since getting that cover, they haven't been reaching for their journal because it adds a barrier to journaling. It adds a barrier. It's just one thing, but it's one more thing that you have to think about before you open the book and use it. And it will eventually become a nuisance. If you want that, sure, go for it. If someone comes to me and they really want a tri-fold system, I'm going to advise them to not do it. But if they really want it, I'll make it for you. But I promise it's gonna piss you off at some point. And I can't imagine spending $200 minimum just to end up being annoyed with the product and be like, this just pisses me off and I don't want to use it. So check out other brands. Paper Republic is still expensive, but they use Vachetta veg tan leather which is full grain leather. So it's the best of the best. Nowhere on Louise Carmen's website does it say that she uses full grain leather. It just says she uses veg tan leather, which is still a good leather. And again, I'm sure it's a good product. I'm not saying that the product is bad or it's a cheap product or it's not going to hold up or anything. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it's a great product. It's just not worth the money, and they don't need to charge that much, but they can charge that much because of greed. The fact that they're just based in Paris for whatever reason, everybody's always like, "Oh my God, this leather journal is from Paris." What does that mean? What? It's just European. That's just how the fashion world works. Is if it's from Milan or if it's from Paris or if it's from London, it's better quality. But that's not necessarily the case. So don't get it. Don't get a Louis Carmen. If you want to spend a lot on a journal, get a Paper Republic. They use vachetta leather. You can customize it. You can't customize it the way that you can on mine, but you can still get it custom. But also just look at small businesses and try to support them as much as you can. My camera's flashing that it's going to die. So I guess it's telling me that's enough. Stop crapping on these brands. I'm just telling you my thoughts and opinions. So I don't care. I don't really care if it's... Don't get it. You do need a journal that'll fit for you, but I don't think it's going to be a $200 minimum journal. I don't think so. Personally. I don't know. Maybe it is. And to each their own. But you don't need an expensive journal to start journaling. You just need a journal. Any journal will do the trick. Any piece of paper and pen will do the trick. You're the one who does the magic, okay? Don't spend that much. Well, I guess that's it. This camera's gonna die any second, so I think I'm gonna go. I didn't do any art, but this has been another art and chat video. Next one, we're gonna draw. I'm gonna work on some illustrations for the website and get all that stuff sorted. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Join the Patreon if you want. It's free. You can see the behind the scenes of working on the shop and getting it all ready, the physical store, everything. Behind the scenes of my art, graphic novel, all of that. And you can follow me on TikTok. Yeah, I don't want to do it, but that's just me being annoying. It's fine. You can follow me on TikTok, and please do. And subscribe, join the Patreon, and I'll see you in the next video. And go journal. And just have fun with it. Don't make it so serious. It doesn't have to be. Just have fun, okay? That's it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.